Hello everyone. Today I would like to give you a short talk on audience. First, the speaker welcomed the student to introduction to economic, and he said their textbook for the course was economic for the new millennium, and it was available at university bookstore. Next, he said the price were a bit steep, but it was well worth it, and he suggested them bringing it to the next class. Finally, he said they would have two exams, one for the midterm and one for the final, and they had to write several research papers. First, the speaker suggested being aware of their return policy, and she suggested didn't accept any return from customer without a dated receipt, and she suggested checking to make sure all the item returned was in good condition and checking the item carefully because they had had the problem in the past with the customer had returned the damaged good. After that, she reminded that they issue a store credit, not cash, for the return. And finally, she suggested telling her if they had received complaint. First, the speaker introduced Graveler's office, and he suggested hanging up and calling an ambulance if it was an emergency. And he suggested calling back during their uh, office hour if they would like to make an appointment or ask for medical advice. Next, he said they were open from 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 12 on first Saturday of each month. Finally, he suggested making an appointment because they didn't accept walk-in, and he thanked for that. First, the speaker suggested all the flight attendants reminding the customer that the flight could be landing shortly. Next, she suggested checking to make sure all the seatbelts were fastened, and suggested the customer to turn off their cell phone and recording devices. Finally, she suggested finding out if there was someone with their small children requiring extra assistance or someone needed help getting to connecting flight. First, the speaker said the following was public service announcement brought to them by Radio East-YG. Next, because of the drought, the government official was asking for all the residents in the city to conserve water by not to fill their swimming pool or gather their garden until further notice. After that, the government was asking them to do that on voluntary basis, and if the situation became severe, the fine would be imposed. Finally, the man suggested staying tuned to the Radio East-YG for all the latest updates. First, the speaker thanked them for calling the city hotline, their information source for all the city events. Next, she suggested pressing 1 for the theater schedule and ticket order, pressing 2 for the museum information, including information on special exhibit, the lecture series at the Art Museum, and the foreign film series at the City Museum. Pressing 3 if they want to hear about their upcoming sport event at the city stadium. Finally, she suggested staying tuned on the line if they want to speak to the operator. First, the speaker said The History Museum was their last stop that day, and they would spend 2 hours there. Next, recorded tour was available at the front desk with a small fee. Um, and the speaker also had the informational brochure for the permanent exhibit for anyone who was interested. After that, they were asked to return to the bus no later than 5:30. Finally, the bus would take them to their hotel where they could enjoy dinner and evening program. First, the speaker said they had heavy traffic that morning because of a car breakdown on the Route 1 near the airport, so she suggested avoiding the Route 1 if at all possible. Next, the road construction was slowing traffic over the city bridge, so she suggested being prepared for a long and slow drive to work that morning. Finally, she suggested taking a bus or subway if they could. First, the speaker wanted to know if their company was looking to hire skilled computer technician or someone who has been trained with a state-of-art equipment. Next, the woman introduced graduate for the Computer Technician Institute was highly skilled and trained technician able to handle all their routine technical problems. And she said Institute graduate was eligible to become certified computer technician. Finally, she suggested hiring one that day. First, the speaker said buying a house could be confusing, especially in today's market. Next, she said the first step was obtaining a loan from the bank, and if they wanted to apply for a home mortgage, they would have to get the necessary paperwork from the bank officer. Finally, they would have to the proof of the income and uh, financial asset because they would have their officer determine how large a loan they qualified for.